I would rate this statue as a 7, as I think they did capture Darkseid a lot, especially with the pose, the portraits, and expressions. Okay, today we are going to unbox a very simple statue. This is a museum type statue from MFA Collectibles. This is actually a DC Comics statue. I think this is my first DC villain. Yeah, pretty sure this is the first one. As you can already tell who this guy is from the silhouette. Hopefully that's not much of a spoiler. Anyway, as you can see, the edition size is just 10 and I got number 6. So this is quite rare. And I do like this piece a lot. That's why I have it. I'm gonna proceed with the unboxing. So we are greeted with the usual black foam. There are no Velcro straps. Just this. Maybe we can just take stuff out of the box. Almost there. Okay. First layer. Hopefully we have the box here. Oh, we have an authenticity card. Yeah, we have Darkseid here, the authenticity card from MFA Collectibles, and I got number 6. We also have a DC adapter, I believe. Yeah, so this one will have light-up features as we have the AC adapter there. We have Darkseid's body here now. It's actually really heavy. And the plastic cellophane is quite good. Okay, so you need to remember that Darkseid has this skirt thing. You might pull him out of the box using the skirt, and this will obviously automatically break the statue. So here you go. He is extremely heavy, very muscular. Almost came in one piece. We just need to find the legs for now. Okay, all good. Oh, the legs are here. It's actually packed quite well with this very thin styro. Okay, so we have Darkseid's legs. I think this could stand up on its own. So yeah, we have the legs. As you can see, it can stand on its own, but I'm not obviously gonna do that. It might actually break. And we need to put this down as we need to go to the second layer and hopefully find the portraits and the bases. Okay, so the base is quite massive. So let's start with the portraits. Okay, so we have the first portrait for Darkseid here. He is smiling a bit with a smirk face. The head is quite big. I'm not sure if this is like 1/4 scale or 1 3/5 scale, but Darkseid feels extremely big actually. We have the second portrait, which is more angrier looking portrait for Darkseid. I kind of like this one, to be honest. Lastly is we have the a bit hard to pull out of the foam due to it very tight because it does have this glowing thing, very fragile looking stuff on his eyes. So this is the angry looking portrait with Darkseid kind of flexing his powers here a bit. It's a bit flimsy, definitely will break easily, so be careful with that. Lastly is the base. I think I need to put this box below to be able to pull this out as it is quite massive. Okay, so we have the base here. We have the sticker below. It is sculpted by Dennis Casarin. Edition size is 10, like I mentioned earlier, got number 6. The base is really big, as you can see. It is a lava type of base with Darkseid's logo here on the front. I think this will light up due to kind of feel like this is clear resin. So we'll figure out that in a while. So his left foot does have a keyhole, which the base has the key here, the peg. Easy peasy. Again, his legs on the middle has the keyhole, while his torso has the peg or key. Okay, installing him is a bit tricky, scary too, because this is quite thin and it might hit his legs or whatever and might actually break. So yeah, this is a like 3-piece assembly: the base, legs, torso, and now the portrait. And yeah, we have completely assembled Darkseid. This Darkseid I would consider as a museum type statue. He's on a museum type pose with his hands behind his back, which is actually quite iconic for Darkseid to do. The base is this rocky type of base with magmas flowing through it and forming Darkseid's logo. Very similar to that of the movies. It does have light up features as you can see and comes with 3 portraits. One has a smirk looking smile, the other is emotionless I would say, and the last one is a very angry with his eyes ready to shoot some lasers. And this portrait actually also does have some light up features. Gotta say, I love the concept a lot as it captures Darkseid 100%. The base could definitely be a bit smaller as this is a museum type statue. Darkseid could have just stand on his logo and save some space. Anyway, still a very small footprint in my opinion. Moving on to the sculpt, this is a very simple museum type Darkseid. It doesn't have any textures at all on his costume or the blue stuff on his costume, which is too bad since I do love textures a lot. The gray stuff, namely the belt-like thing or the strap on his boots, doesn't also have any textures, but his belt oddly does. A bit inconsistent and would have been a nice add-on. Now, moving on to his skin, it's packed with a lot of detail similar to that of the thing, since Darkseid also has this rocky type of skin. No textures though, which is unfortunate, and I feel like some of the details has been erased by either molding or by 3D printing. All portraits looks amazing in my opinion, but I do have my favorite, which is this one, the simple looking smirking portrait. The light up head is also a nice switch out, but I do have some comments about its paint, but more on that later. As for anatomy, I don't see anything wrong with it. It's quite normal in my opinion. Darkseid alone though stands at 25.5 inches tall, and with a quick Google search, Darkseid is 7 foot 6 inches tall in the comics, making him 90 inches tall. So in order to have a comic accurate Darkseid quarter scale statue, he needs to be 22.5 inches tall, so he is 3 inches off. He isn't 1 3/5 scale as well, but really almost there. I'm guessing they went for a 1 3/5 scale for presence, but maybe due to some warping or whatever, it shrunk a bit. And honestly, I don't mind the 1 3/5 scale a bit, as I only have one Superman DC villain and I might surround him with the Trinity someday, so him towering over them would have been fine display-wise in my case. And all my Arkham DC villains are kind of like 1/3 scale anyway, so this will fit quite nicely I guess. So lastly is, let's talk about the paint. The base is painted with some red highlights to resemble lava I guess, but this lava here, the clear resin, is actually yellow and kind of looks weird without the lights on. However, they do look like orange with the lights on. Maybe would have been better if it was actually red. Darkseid has a lot of shadings on his costume to highlight muscle definition, which is great. His skin also has the same type of paint applied, so you could definitely see all his muscle definitions. Maybe the cracks could have been a bit darker, but that's just me. And lastly is, there's no problem with the portraits except for the one with the light up features, as his teeth is extremely white. It needs to be toned down a bit in my opinion. So yeah, it's a simple statue as it is a museum type statue. Great portrait switch outs for sure, and nice presence. It might actually look good next to my Arkham villains like I said earlier. I would rate this statue as a 7, as I think they did capture Darkseid a lot, especially with the pose, the portraits, and expressions. And the art direction is a simple museum type statue anyway. In case you are wondering why I opted for this version of Darkseid versus the sideshow one, which I think also is pretty good, it is because of the pose. I think this is just too iconic for Darkseid, and this is the one I wanted for him in my collection. So that's the end of this video. If you're looking for something else to watch, you can check out the unboxing and review of this recovery suit Superman right here. This is Carl, and see you in the next one.